Hello, buddy. Sarge Darge here. We are here on r/pics. Really quick disclaimer, or to let you know, if you ever want to cancel me, here's my Reddit. I've had this thing ever since I was a kid, basically. And there's some cringe stuff on there. And if you look deeper, hinting this right here, infinite space and r/infinite space ds. I don't know about the Dogger cult. I don't know what that was about. I think I might be a mod. I'm a mod in this? I don't get it. I mean, that's cool. Okay, that's cute. Oh, so it's like a doge. Oh, okay. I wonder how this guy is doing. It's been years since I've been on this because I took a long break from Reddit, like a long years break from Reddit. And I went back on there for something, just to browse. I was bored. I was literally bored. I was like, oh, I'm tired of going Instagram and stuff like that. I want Reddit, I guess. I went back on it and I was like, man, r/pics. There's a lot of politics on it. Yeah. Also, if you want to cancel me, there's a mod related to these two Reddits. It's like Sarge of Darge. Go to there. Very cringe ass stuff. You can cancel me there. I don't really care. And same thing with this. This has so many comments on it from when I was a kid. My gosh. Alright, so, politics. When you think of photographs, what do you think of? Politics, right? Yeah, politics. Politics. Okay, that's good. Politics. Politics. That's good. Politics. 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 Nice. Oh, politics. Politics? Politics. Oh no. This isn't politics. This is respect. Not politics. That's cool. I like that. Politics. 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 Nice. That's really good. Wow, use your NPC news. Okay, so, ever since the Artemis moon launching has happened, it's been more of that, which is great, thank you. But like 3 days ago, it was politics. Politics. Actually, that's just respect. See, look at this. This isn't that bad. It's not that bad, which is great. So, let's scroll all the way up. And as you can see, I'm saying politics more than I am saying regular photos. So let's count. 1. So that's 0. So 1, 2, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. Oh wait, that's okay. That's not politics. I'm sorry. So that's 1, 0, 1, 2. 1. I don't think this is politics because this is actually pretty funny. So let's do 2, 3, 4. Ooh, 5. Rest in peace. 4, 5, 4. Improper. This is improper tags. So 4. What was it? 4, 3, 2, 2. 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, 5, 5. Oh, 6, because this is fact. This is, I don't know why this is politics, but okay. 5, what was it? 5. I was at 6. I was at 6. Let me be generous. 6, 5, 6, 5. So, I don't know. Whoa. Kodak, okay. So, look. Before the Artemis moon launch, it was a lot of politics. Right now, there's still politics. The politics is like on par with modern day, at least. What's best showing me right now? Let's go to new. Let's go to new. So look, that's great. Thank you. This is beautiful. That's very nice. That's nice too. That's nice too. That's nice too. Nice, 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 nice. Pretty good. Pretty good. Oh wait, what? Oh wait, nice. Repose. Very nice. Very nice. Look at that. That's very beautiful. That's very beautiful. This is the new. But what Reddit wants to show you is political based. So let's go with top posts. That's great. Thank you. That's great. That's great too. So it's more the Artemis stuff right here. But here we go. 8 hours ago. Let's do, what was it? 2 days ago? Can we go by... Oh, like we can't do specific dates, which is sad. As you can tell, I'm grasping for straws right now. Because last time, we're by today. Let's do this week. Here we go. This is the top of this week, political based. My MIL threw away her shirt. I don't know what that means. So here we go. So your best pictures here aren't nature. They aren't of people. They aren't of animals. They aren't of cities. They aren't of vehicles. They aren't of I don't know, carpentry. They're political. From this week is politics. Politics. Respect. Politics. Respect. Politics. Politics. Wholesome. That's just respect. Politics. I don't know what this is. Politics. 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 This is... this is just funny, I think. This is... But yeah, as you can see, there's more politics than anything. Which is sad. Yes, there is stuff that isn't politics, which is cool. I like that. But the first thing you see is politics, and they're not the politics. It's just... Look, man. It's stupid. And I can... It's just... Okay, is there r/political pics? Politics pics? Pics politics? Why did it do that? What? You didn't need to do that, but okay. Political... Reddit political... So there is no political pics. So there is no political Reddit for political pics. So why would you want to put politics into something that doesn't need to be political? This is photographs. Why are you making it about politics? What is so revolutionary? You need to take a photo about this. Redditor could have literally put a shirt inside of the bin and said this. But the masses think that this is realistic. People actually do this. That people, my MIL, still don't know what it is, threw away her Trump shirt. LAPD officers arrest protest just as Statue of Liberty during No King's riot. Protest. More of a riot. Okay. I could dress as, I don't know, George Washington. I don't know. I could dress as freaking Chuck Norris and commit mass murder. Are you still gonna defend me? I don't know what this means. In my opinion, this means that, oh, you're arresting the Statue of Liberty. That's very negative. Why would you arrest her? These chains seem otherwise, but this is what I'm seeing. Let's see what Reddit thinks. That's why I made that quote about dressing like Chuck Norris. I'm sorry. Bad analogy. I'm sorry. Rest in peace, buddy. But that's like the only wholesome guy I know. But this is what I get from this. As police officers arresting a Statue of Liberty with chains on her. I don't get this part. Why does she have chains on her? Is this part of the dress up or what? But I see it as kind of like, hey, why are you doing that? That doesn't seem right. So let's see what this is. Love how he's carrying her torch. Okay. He's looking at her like she's a piece of lemon pound cake. Okay. Let's go all the way down over here. Here we go. Pick one image to exemplify the fall of America. Okay, so this is it. This is literally it. This is what I perceived from what I see from the Reddit here is what I perceived. So I was right to make that analogy about Chuck Norris. Might have been a little crude. I'm sorry, Chuck. I'm very sorry. This is how America is. Rest in peace, buddy. But this is the BS that people do. There is no... What happened? There is just... This image seems pretty bad. Why? What is happening? It looks like this girl isn't on the side of the road. So I think she was protesting in the middle of the street. Let's look at this. Okay, so this is on the side. Okay, it's right here. So this is on the side. Look at her smiling and a lot of stuff. She looks safe. And plus, these are zip ties. I really don't... I think they're just gonna detain her. I don't get it. Let's take off fun. Source. Look at this. Look at the source. What happened? Los Angeles Times. Shut up. Police make multiple arrests on the site. Clash of protesters. LAPD begins movement on protester. LAPD issues technical alerts across the city. What's happening? Shut the f up. Los Angeles Police Department issued citywide tactical alert due to incidents near the Metropolitan Detention Center, a federal prison or federal prison. Is that where she got arrested? March 8th. This is a copy. It's this and this. This is... Can you do better? You copied this and then copied it again, but made it longer. Please make multiple... Like, again! This is the third time it said it! Earlier, officers had arrested dozens of protesters. Authorities fired tear gas, a pepper ball. Is this what... March 28th? It feels... Look, see, several arrests after LAPD officer tells No Kings protester despair. This isn't this isn't this. Okay, this is source. LAPD officers. So when did this protest happen? Okay, updated March 28th. So when did they tell LAPD? March 28th. So when did LAPD tell them to stop? So March 28th, 7:08. 7:08. When did this happen? 7:08. So this might be the most recent one. So this is apparently the most recent one. This is after they told them to stop protesting. Because they're knowing protesters in the city, they were probably doing some horrendous crap. Just as that one shooting happened, which I already forgot his name. With the SIG involved. The SIG involved shooting. So, she is totally in the right to be... The officers are totally in the right to arrest these people. Because knowing them, knowing the protesters, they didn't do it peacefully. Now, let's look at some No Kings protesting. This is totally random. I was gonna go off of a bunch of stuff. This is completely false information by r/pics. So I'm gonna pause and get some YouTube videos up of the No Kings protest of why did it automatically switch. Stop switching. Why are you switching? You need to stop switching. Of the No Kings protest. So I'll pause and we'll be right back. Okay, here we go. I put it in private tab. So a lot of these are news organizations doing this. I want to view these from... Let's do today, maybe? So let's do... So I want videos, yes. I don't want that. Let's go by popularity. Because a lot of these are from... news, which I don't trust the news. You know, I just went to the news for stuff. Just right now for the news. But I want to find... Okay, AI, nice. Was it Los Angeles? Yeah, Los Angeles. Oh, look at this. Oh my god, look at this. I wanted to go after, you know, like individual content creators, but this will work. Also, AI, great. Look at this. This looks very peaceful, doesn't it? This looks very peaceful, right? Look at that. Oh, look at that. A shield. Not an American flag. Was that like a vest on you? This looks very, very peaceful right now. This looks extraordinarily peaceful. Like, did they go through? Did they get through? Very peaceful. Oh wait, who shot that? Oh look, hang on. What's that? Wait, are they throwing something over? Yup, someone threw something over. That's very peaceful. Extremely peaceful. Alright, nice. People are throwing stuff. Oh, look at that. Peaceful concretes. Okay. Now, you're gonna tell me, Sarge, this doesn't reflect everybody else. That is great. That is, you have a great point there. But when you step aside and don't stop these people from doing these things, you are the problem too. Compliance? Let me get the proper word for this. Let me Google compliance. The action, the property material undergoing mistake. We talk about compliance. We refer to the act of conforming to a set of standard. Compliance. Compliance. What is it? There's a word where you know what's happening, but you do nothing about it. Let me Google that. Here we go. It's called complicit. When you complicit with somebody, involved with others in illegal activity or wrongdoing. So what's complicit for, like, if it's illegal? So what's complicit for complicit if it's illegal? What's that mean? What does the word complicit mean, but it's legally? Complicit legally means I don't want the this is I'm gonna keep this in because I want to use proper wording when it comes to this. I want the complicit. So complicit means something that's for illegal. So I want something that, what's the antonym? What's the complicit antonym? Antonym. What's the antonym of complicit? No, I want antonym. Antonym. Antonym is opposite. Is there antonym? What's the opposite complicit? Clear, forthright, honest, open. Okay. A persistence in activity, especially one of questionable nature. So there's not. I thought it was complicit, but it's complicit. When you complicit, involved with others in an illegal activity, I thought, my opinion, I thought complicit meant you know what's happening, but you do nothing about it. Which I guess, would mean illegal, because if you're with something that's good, you don't have to do anything about it. You just chill. But yes, if you're complicit, you're as no bad as these people right here. So Statue of Liberty over here, I would have known for a fact because other protesters would have said the same thing, even if they were legally abiding, doing everything legally. Blocking street is very legal, by the way. This is straight sarcasm. Do not block streets. But as I was saying, you are an echo chamber. Information gets passed around everywhere if you're like physically there, and you live in this city. If the police tell you that you're not supposed to protest, don't protest. And if you do protest, do it peacefully. But even then, advocate for them not to protest, or advocate civil and peaceful protesting, not using peaceful, what the crap this is. So, as I was saying, no, stop this. Can you stop changing? As I was saying, at this time, protesters were not allowed to be out. Reason being, we just witnessed, they were being very, violent. a extremely large amount of protesters were being very violent. And we know city protests are generally violent. Okay? So, it's not that far-fetched to know that, hey, there is violence happening. These protesters are known to be violent. There is, at the same time, protesters aren't violent. Maybe this person, but I really don't think so. I don't know where this happened specifically. I don't know what she did specifically. But she did commit a crime of protesting at the time. And it makes sense. So let me go through this again. Protesters were committing violence. Police issued, do not protest, or else you will be probably detained or arrested. They kept doing it. She gets arrested. End of story. Would you want, and at the end of the day, you're not gonna die. You can protest at another day. You can protest at another day. It's okay. You can do it at another day. And at the end of the day, you can do it on your phone. You can protest and speak your mind and advocate all you want on your phone via stream. Hassan Piker can do it. Hassan Sparker can do it. Old Hassan Sparker can do this. So can you, Statue of Liberty. And you can make it, very inspirational. You'd be like, hey, I'm gonna dress up. I'm protesting here. I'm telling people why I'm protesting. And the reason why I'm doing this stream is because, I'm gonna respect LAPD and not protest, because right now they don't want people to protest because people are being very violent when they're protesting. And I don't support that violent. But you don't do that. Instead, you go out anyways to show that, I am strong. I dress as Statue of Liberty. So yes, this is propaganda. This is emotional propaganda. Let me Google propaganda. Propaganda. I'm not using that. Information, especially biased or misleading. This is propaganda. This is a misleading nature. It's apostrophe, so it's another thing. So yes, this is propaganda. This is emotional propaganda, making you think, man, they're arresting a Statue of Liberty during a protest. Wow, that's not good. That's very sad. But what's going on with this? Once you actually look into it, it's, LAPD, these officers right here are out here because protesters are being violent. And even when they told other protesters, hey, please don't protest, we will detain you and arrest you, she does it anyways. They do it anyways. And conveniently, she just wore a Statue of Liberty. This is probably propaganda too, to make you feel like, we should arrest Statue of Liberty, even though she is committing a crime right now. And at the worst, they're probably just detaining her. So look. Pound cake. Oh, funny. Here we go. See? This is a bit more accurate of a depiction of America's flirting with fascism. Let's Google fascism. Let's Google fascism. Fascism, wow, it's a far-right political ideology movement that rose to prominence in early 20th century Europe. What is the rules of fascism? What's the rules? Stop doing that! What's the rules? What's the rules of fascism? Dictator leader, centralized autonomy, militarism, forcible suppression of opposition, subordinates. What's like a... Man, that... I think the hard drive is failing on me. So what's fascism? What would be fascism? Because as everything, there is very levels of fascism. As you can tell, good old, the mustache man, he was top tier fascism. Here we go. Characteristics of fascism. Let's look at this. And look at this. It's an article. Powerful and continuing nationalism. Regimes tend to make constant uses of patriotic mottos, slogans, songs, paraphernalia, flags often seen everywhere. Okay. As we see right here, this isn't happening. This is just police officers arresting violent people. Okay. Dieting for recognition of human rights because fear of enemies needed security people. Because of need. Oh, look at this. Because of fear of enemies and the need to security, the people and fascist regimes are persuaded that human rights can be ignored in certain cases because of need. So, this isn't a case of human rights being violated. I'm talking about the protesters here. The protesters are in a fascist mind, which is a fascist mind. Yes, right. This is a fascist. The protesters are in a fascist mind. They aren't impeding on human rights. They're impeding on laws. They are committing crimes because of the fear of enemies and need for security. The people and fascist regimes. Okay, let's replace human rights with state laws or national laws or country or just state laws. Let's do state laws. Because of the fears of enemies and the need for security, the people in fascist regimes are persuaded that state laws can be ignored in certain cases because of need. The people tend to look the other way or even approve of let's just say of violating state laws long in let's do this in circumstances. Can you say this? You can't say it. In circumstances of whatever. But as you see, this sounds like rioters. This sounds like people in the far left or right too, depending. This sounds like extreme people. So in a way, they're acting rather fascist because they're acting extreme. They're not committing human rights, thank God, but some of them are. Not human rights. They're not. Yeah, they're not committing human rights, but at the same time, it seems if you just replace human rights and approve these things right here to persuade that state law can be ignored in committing crimes and act to support your movement, then this sounds kind of fascist on one of the characteristics. Okay, let's do identification of enemies. The people are rallied into unfined patriotic frenzy over the need to eliminate previously common threats for a radical ethic or religion. Oh, look at this. The people are rallied and into a unified patriotic frenzy of the need to eliminate a preconceived common threat. What is the threat? What was the no kings protest about? I'm not using AI. No dictators, no tyrants. And Donald Trump. They think Donald J. Jones Jefferson Airplane Trump is a threat. So this is one of the characteristics that they're doing that is fascist. Is rather fascist. Here we go. So number 4, even when there are widespread domestic problems, the military is given a disproportionate amount of government funding, and the domestic agenda is neglected. Soldiers and military service are glamorized. A lot of people don't really glamorize the military right now. And even I don't glamorize the military. They've done some bad, and they've done a lot of good. But I mean, we respect our military. This is more patriotic than anything. But even when our widespread domestic problems, even when there are widespread domestic problems, okay, that's it. That's what the police is for widespread domestic problems. The military is given a disproportionate amount of government funding, which means the military is being funded more than anything, and domestic agenda is being neglected. Here we go. That's the main thing about here. This looks like it's being neglected right here. There's 3 officers for this one lady and a bunch of zip ties. I don't think it's being neglected. I think we're supporting our military, our police, our what? Our domestic police. We're a lot of our domestic police agencies are really well funded. So this isn't fascist. This isn't fascist at all. So yes, look at this. So that's not America. This is the protesters. This is the protesters. This is the protesters. Here we go. This is not America, because we, in my opinion, for what I have seen, and I have been mingled with a lot of police officers around here. This is. I mean, yes, funding is gonna be terrible all around. We're not gonna have the best, but at least we have specific funding in place. So yes, this is not America. Rampant sexism. The government of fascists tend to be almost exclusively male dominant. Okay. This is more of values of Christian belief. Of actually not general Christians, because I know general Christians don't care about it. Of hardcore Christian belief, i.e., Charlie Kirk, I think. Against LGBTQ. Okay, that's no. I can't go off of Reddit. I don't want to go off of news stories. LGBTQ. I guess we have to go with AI. I freaking hate using AI, but Surfer Swipe isn't giving me much. Yeah, Charlie Kirk was consistently critical of LGBTQ rights throughout his career. Seems to be justified through his conservative Christian belief. Therefore, such as same-sex marriage. Charlie Kirk explicitly stated that belief that marriage is transgender. He was particularly critical of transgender rights, often referred to trans people as a lie or mental delusion. He advocated for a nationwide ban of transgender from care. Okay, I support that. Post Pride Month argue that it should be illegal. I mean, it should. Why? It's illegal to do that? Why? For the okay, so look, I was completely wrong. So look, as we say, people not like Charlie Kirk, because guess what? I fact checked using AI. Sadly, my God. But look, so people not like Charlie Kirk, because Charlie Kirk has my mindset. Don't do gender affirming care. Don't. Allow us to burn your flags. Allow us, what was it? And look, I do support same-sex marriage. I do support that. Be happy. But transgender rights don't have rights. You don't have rights. You have the same rights as a human being does. As a regular American does. And Pride Month should be... Yeah, I don't like Pride Month. And why can't you do that? You can do it to an American flag, but whatever. So yeah, so not like Charlie Kirk. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to put his name down there like in vain. I'm very sorry. But as we say, we say some things, but then we're like, hey, I need to think about that. And that's me thinking about it. So yes, far right, very extreme Christians. let me do that, because as they say, you know, it's just Government fascist tends to be almost exclusively male-dominated. Under fascist regimes, traditional gender roles are made more rigid. Opposed population to abortion is high, as homophobia, anti-gay legislation, and national policy. Yes. At the end of the day, you can argue that I think Trump has made it where there's only male and female, and what you have on your ID, what you have on birth is what you have on your ID. You can see that as that. You can see it as sexism. You can make it kind of sexist, I think. You can see it. I can see people saying it as sexist, but at the same time, he's not saying you can't say that you are. So he's not saying that you can't wear female clothes as a man. He's not saying that you can do very specific things. You just can't do it through the government. We're not gonna affirm it. The government isn't gonna affirm, or isn't gonna pander, or isn't gonna supply you with your affirmance. But you can do it freely in the privacy of your own home or in the public. So, and if you went out as gay, stop. That's it. Can I gotta put this somewhere, because this is pissing me the crap off. Alright, I fixed it. Like I was saying, in real fascist things, you can't even wear like feminine clothing. So, yeah, this isn't America. You can kiss another man freely, dude. You just can't really say you're married, but guess what? You don't need it to be legal. Why would you need something to be legal like that? Just say you're married. Prove without the government. It's just, yeah, I mean, yeah, of course you could get some benefits, but like at the end of the day, you're happy, right? Be happy without the government involved. It's just, if you really think that you're happy, if you really think that you're part of this community, don't try and make it the government's job to affirm to you. That's just not how it works. It's just wrong. So yeah, this isn't America. Because you can do all of this, just not through the government. You can be transgender. You can say that you're a transgender. You can say, hey, you might call me a man? You can do all of this. You can wear makeup legally. You get judged, but like at the end of the day, you're not gonna get thrown in jail or executed. Anyways, controlled mass media. Sometimes the media is directly controlled by the government. America? It's influenced. It's not completely controlled, but it is indeed influenced. A large part of there's certain things in the media that is very influenced to be seen at a bad light. So this is kind of like ish America. Obsession with national security. Fear is used as a motivate tool by government over masses. Okay, national security. We allow people to come in our borders, just do it legally. So this is another reason why the protesters say that America is fascist, because we want illegals out of our country. Papers, please. If you want to come into our country, papers, please. That's just literally it. So this is just interpreted very, very wrong. So that's just the protesters. So this is not America. So, and also, there is a right. There is an amendment. I think it's an amendment or right or whatever. It's called the right, to conceal your papers. You can't. A police officer cannot stop you in the middle of the road and say, "Hey, give me your papers. I need to see if you're part of this country." No, he can't do that. Why? No, that's illegal. That's violating your amendment. Your rights. Well, I guess it's your amendment. And I just did something. Whew. But if you committed a crime or a suspicion of committing a crime, and they go you throat, give you hand your papers over, and guess what? A crime hasn't been committed, and what he did was violation. You can sue. This is America, home of free, land of lawsuit. So even if they, oh wait, freedom of motivation control. Anyways, but even if they stop you and ask for your ID, you could just say no. Unless you are like under investigation or whatever, then you can say no. Anyways. Whew. But yes. Fear is used to motivational tool by government over the masses. Obsession with national security. That's basically it. National security. With the America kicking out Mexicans. I guess national security. I guess it's considered national security. And what fear we have, I mean, I guess Iran trying to bomb us, but at the same time, we clept them pretty good, so I don't know. The only thing I can think of is the Mexicans coming over here illegally, but I mean, I guess we were under fear of North Korea, but like, I didn't really care. We don't really have that. We don't really have that. But the protesters do. They always think America is trying to kill them. So this is protesters. Religion and government are intertwined. Okay, this is America. This is America. So one of these, well, like one or two, well, one of them was like a half thing where like the media is not fully controlled but is influenced by government stuff. But this is just America. Government, religion and government are intertwined. Tennessee, that's just Tennessee. A lot of stuff in Tennessee. And a lot of, not in Tennessee, but a lot of stuff in very Christian places are just completely different to like more relaxed places. Tennessee versus Florida. In Tennessee, let me think of it. In Tennessee, oh, okay, Tennessee versus like, okay, think of a very conservative state versus like California. Okay, oh yeah. Tennessee versus like California. California, I think is religious. I think. I used to. Oh, and I finally found one. Tennessee, when it comes to weed. In Florida, it's okay, but in Tennessee, it's outright banned. You can have weed. You can have it medical. You can have it stuff. You get THC stuff like that, but weed itself, like the plant, is outright banned. That's illegal. That's fucking illegal. The reason why, Christians. It's Christianity. I'm sorry it took me a while to find something, but there is a lot of cases where other states that aren't really that religious are very more relaxed. But then there's like super religious states that its laws are different when it comes to being more out there and free and recreational. And stuff like that. So yeah, one example. But yeah, religion and government are intertwined. A lot of your values are based off of religious beliefs. That's America. I can say this is one thing. This is America. Governments and fascist nations are to use most common religion, Christianity, in the nation as a tool to manipulate public opinion. Yes, rhetoric and terminology is a common form of government leaders when the major tenets of the religion are dramatically opposed to the government's politics and actions, whatever. But still, the main gist is here. This is America. Our religion is based off. Our government is based off religion, based off Christianity. It is what it is. Okay, here we go. Corporate power is protected. Illustrative business atrocity of a fascist nation. It's just, look, man. The reason why I'm going through this is because it's not America. This is what these people. This is what Reddit thinks. Yeah. This is what Reddit thinks. This is what Reddit would like to think. This is what, and look, and this is at the same of the day. At the end of the day, this. It just proves my point even more. Every time you see something political, you will see somebody in it say, "This is what America thinks. This is what fascism is. America is fascism." And I just go over this PDF stating that, hey, this is America. Well, I haven't gone through every single bit of it, but a large majority of it is, hey, besides, you know, the government being rather religious, it's not America. But yeah, also, I love how he's carrying the torch. This could be subtle. saying how the government is taking the freedom away or whatever. I'm seeing this, I'm portraying this in my eyes as subtle, as very subtle fascism, as saying that America's fascist. Also, it's not a giant rabbit hole. Police raided his home, found nothing, and he made diss tracks. And police officers are suing him because it's true. That's not a rabbit hole. Okay. He carries the flame, a new hand. Touches the Becco. Oh, wrong one, my bad. Megaphone. And her matching megaphone. They took her light and her voice. No, they didn't. She planned on getting arrested. Oh my god. This angle makes it like they actually tied her up with the chain around her waist. Why would they? This angle makes it look like they made... What the... You can see her hands behind her back. And you can see how cartoonish this chain is. Reddit is so terrible. And this is the top post this month. I can literally dissect every bit of this post. I was about to say r/pics is like very bad place, but this one... This is so stupid. I just need a minute. I can debug a lot of this. Okay, so I can get this is good. You know, this is great. Would it kill a tree to put on a damn bra? But you know, it's a lot of subtleness. It's a lot of subtleness. Saying like, I love how he's carrying the torch, and then you see, and did she? Okay, if she didn't, if she planned to get arrested, then great. This is propaganda at its finest. This is literally propaganda. And her matching megaphone. What's megaphone? Where's her megaphone? She has a megaphone apparently. Oh, that's actually pretty nice. I like that. That's cute. What a queen, sure. Some signs of similar priority I saw yesterday that read, I see London, I see France, someone Nick needs underpants. Someone's Nick needs underpants? I don't get it. Under the most explicit neck bag photos. Like under the most explicit 2 douche neck bag photos I could find that in addition to being funny it's a weak spot, his vanity. What's neck bag? I don't get it. Okay, I don't know what he's talking about. I don't get it. This angle makes it look like they actually tied her up with the chain. No, it doesn't, because the photo's right here. You can see the zip tie. You can see zip ties right here. You can see her hands behind her back. You don't see her hands around her front, or you don't see her. You don't see the chains around her. Chain around her waist. Plus, the chains look very cartoonish. It's like she predicted this happening from the beginning and planned her outfit to make it look as evil as possible. How is that good? Back to control mass media. Is there anything other that fraudulent elections, corruption, obsession with prime punishment? Oh, we don't have this. Absolutely, we do not have this. We do not have this at all. And if we do, California definitely does not have it, or like the big cities do not have that. Anyways, military, rapid sexism, control mass media, obsession with national security, religion and government, trying corporate protected, corporate powers protected, powerful, national. Oh wait, racial ethics, human rights. What's the human rights one? What's human rights? I forgot where human rights was. Labor, suppress, corporate religion, and controlled, rampant. Yeah, but anyways, here we go. Disband recognition of because the fear enemies to see the fascist regimes persuaded that human rights can be ignored. Okay, so it's not really that, but at the same time, planned her outfit to make them as evil as possible. Good on her. So, Let me do some school on you. In my eyes, this is like foreshadowing. So this is foreshadowing right here to make them, the police officers, evil as possible. Let me put this in a new tab. To make them, the police officers, evil as possible. Let me do some of this stuff. We'll do it side by side. Was it that? No. I don't want that. I don't want that side by side. I want this photo side by side here. So, hang on. Okay. Love how one of them right is awkwardly holding the other chain. I don't get it. Where is it? Here we go. This angle makes it look like they actually tied her up with the chain around her waist. Okay, we're going to neglect this because this is moronic. This is his opinion. It's like, this is moronic. It's like she predicted this happening from the beginning. So, she knew she was gonna get arrested. Okay. Why? Why? Okay. Why would she get arrested? Because rioters were being violent and the police said no more riots. Okay. Alright. But you didn't want to respect that. And you decided to go out anyways. So yes, she did predict this. So yes, this is set up. And planned her outfit to make them look as evil as possible. Okay. So. She thinks they are evil. Okay. And she planned to get arrested. So maybe that chain is symbolism from them arresting her. And then the last bit, good on her. So, this person right here, and people who upvoted this, because you're complicit with this. Compliance? I think compliant. It's either complicit or compliant, I forgot. Good on her. So this is this person's opinion. So they think that police officers are bad for arresting this woman. Even though people like her, which her being out there or being complicit, people like her, rather not directly doing the crime or not, are being violent. As you could tell by the first video that we watched. I think I deleted that video. I think I deleted that tab. So, people like you support, and 645 other people support violence and low-key fascism. I don't know why, because they think America's fascist. Because people, remember, complicity. She is being complicit by being out there after police told them to do not be out there rioting. And at the same time, if you were on the sidewalk and do it peacefully, without the megaphone, without the damn megaphone, even if you had the megaphone, I probably wouldn't arrest you. But if you're out there on the sidewalk, not interrupting anybody, peacefully protesting, they most likely would not absolutely arrested you. But knowing people like these people right here, she was violent, or she was in the vicinity of violent people, or she was like in the damn road like everyone else is. So she is in the wrong completely to be arrested. Granted, I don't know the backstory, but I do know that police urge protesters to not protest. So even then, it might be a little scummy to do, even if she was peacefully protesting. But she got arrested because you're not supposed to be protesting because other people. I keep on reiterating this. The main reason why this is happening is because other people are being super freaking violent. Anyways, that's what I was saying. The main reason why they put out this no protest is because, you know, just you're being violent. Just stop it. Let this cool down. So yeah, from what I saw from the news article, and this was published from a news article. From what I've seen, because we looked at the source, this was published from a news article. The news article showed that this happened after the police told them to stop protesting. We will detain or arrest you if you continue protesting. That's what they did. That's what she did. So, people like you belong on a stick because you advocate for violence, for borderline fascism, and you say good on her. Okay. You see what the people say? She planned on getting arrested, I think. Okay. This is, I don't know. Oh wait, here we go. Oh. What was it? This and then this. Okay. We don't know that. We don't know that. So that's wrong and that's wrong. We don't know if she got arrested. She planned for it. She might have, but we don't know that for sure. In my head canon, she probably did. But at the same time, I don't think she did. I don't know why you would. Anyone who protests now should plan for if they're arrested. Why? Why should they? Why should they be planned? Why? Because if you're peacefully protesting, look. Because if you're peacefully okay. Did anyone at the Elon Musk riots get arrested? Hang on. Remember the Elon Musk riots? Protest. When did that happen? Oh crap, look at this. March 1st. Oh, look at this. 9 people got arrested. So 9 people got arrested during that. Was it violent? Was the Elon... Was it peaceful? Were largely peaceful. Okay. Let's Google no kings. King. Oh, okay. That's very nice. So, even though we just witnessed violence. Okay. Also, this could be said on both sides, but there is protests. This is a lie. Okay, AI, this is a lie. Wait. This protest peaceful in Los Angeles. Here you go. Because I think this is LA. But turned violent later in the evening. Woo! Look at that! Oh my gosh! Look at that! It turned violent. Is this is this in LA? LAPD, Los Angeles. Yeah. So that's California. Oh my gosh! Look at that! No kings turned violent. But 9 people got arrested at the Elon Musk, which is. I don't know what Elon Musk is. I don't know what political party that is, but the No Kings is directly, mostly left-leaning. I don't know what political party was protesting against Elon Musk, but okay, there might have been a few people. Might have been maybe under maybe 50 people being violent. They got arrested. So let's look at Tesla protests. 2025. I think it was 2025. Let's do I want to use my statistics. 2025. Let's just do videos. The Tesla takedown. Let's do videos. Oh wait, here we go. Look at these. Let's look at these videos right here. Oh, I should have did private browser. Damn it. me get politics here. Look at them! They're on the side of the road! Oh my god! Oh my god, they're on the side of the road! Look at them! They're on the side of the road! At worst, they're blocking cars on the side that's parked. Oh my god! Look at that! Look at the side! Look at that! Oh my gosh! Look at that! Look at this. What's the difference between this picture? Not this picture, but this video and the No Kings protest. Violence! Oh my god! Look at that! And this is one of the first things you look at when you Google it. Now let's look up No Kings protest. Wow, look at that! Violence! And I would like for you to know, news organizations want death and despair and negativity because that's what brings people into their news organization. You can say it's controlled by the government, but that's what we see. Elon Musk is mostly like, I think it's like LGBTQA, like left-ish. I don't know, I kind of got a left-leaning vibe on him, but I just got mentally reminded that he was with Trump. So he's kind of right-wing. But when you think of Tesla people, you kind of think of people with LGBTQA. So it's so opposite. Yes, there's violent people on both sides. But guess what? The riots that's mostly left-leaning is violent compared to the right-wing. Compared to, I don't know, I think that's more of a middle because Musk is like buddies with Trump. I don't think he was at the time, was he? Dude, it's 2015. I barely remember what happened yesterday. But that protest right there is kind of big, to be honest. But at the same time, you don't see people grabbing rocks and throwing away. And even the protest at the dealership, you say, okay, that was small. But there was a protest, what I thought was big, but they were all on the side of the road. They weren't in traffic. Like the shooting with the sick man, he was in traffic. That's totally different between this and other protests. But here we go. Anyone who protests now should plan for if they're being arrested. Now, people, you could say, hey, he's saying about modern day protests. But this can be applied to anywhere else. This can be applied to literally the past or the future. So yeah, at the end of the day, it's the people. It's the left-leaning, low-key fascist people who are saying that our government is fascist. It's very sad. Oh, that's why white... Okay, so what... Ah, fucking hate AI. The Democrats. So the left people. So the Democrats. Look at that. Wow. I know several political leaders. Progressive. Wow. Look at that. So there is. Okay, so that's why. Because 2025 was when Musk and Trump and Elon were really buddies. Okay, that makes sense. I always thought it was something right. So, look at that. So, I have been proven wrong. There is an opportunity for people on the left to be civil. But when it comes to very specific things, they are really violent. That's very interesting. There goes my freaking hard drive again. So that's very interesting. That's something I learned today. Great. So not all people on the left are not all protests on the left are particularly violent. So that's great. I mean, was there any 2025 protests that were violent? I don't remember, but if you can tell me, I don't mind looking at it. Okay, here we go. In a protest, there's no chance, no matter how small, you'd be arrested merely for being there. I was planning on a possibility of it, but I think it flux for the. Why would you plan it? Look around you. What around you would be illegal? People throwing bricks? Oh wow, you'd be associated with that. You better not be there. It's just don't be associated with people committing crimes. You're being peaceful. It's stupid. Morons. So yes. So again, this is one of the top posts of this week in r/pics, and it's filled with politics, political views, false fascism, very much fascist ideologies in here, false statements, false. A lot of these things are false or perceived in a wrong nature. So yeah. And this is a lot of r/pics. This is just one of the photos. I wanted to go through a lot of r/pics and go through a lot of it and be like, hey, this is wrong. Hey, this is wrong. There's just a lot of political views that are propaganda. This is propaganda. This is propaganda. And I don't know what to title this video, because I could title this video r/pics has a lot of political propaganda. But it does. But at the same time, this video is mostly made on this post, so I can say this top r/pics post is propaganda. So it's a lot, man. But yeah, I'm sorry for making a video like this. I'm not gonna post this on my main channel. I hate doing politics on my main channel, but it's just ticked me off that just don't go on Reddit. I mean, okay, don't go on like generalized Reddit communities like gaming Reddit, like pics, for example, stuff like r/pics. Don't go on there. If you want a community like, okay, the Transformers community, that's kind of weird, but like it's based on Transformers, or H3 VR community, that's a great community to be on Reddit. But everything, there's a lot of communities that are just terrible. Well, like the 3DS piracy community. Ugh. It's just one of the rather large Reddit places and stuff that's been around for a while is just a hub of propaganda. And it needs to be pointed at, and just all of these people right here are propagandists. They allow this to happen. They allow a lot of these false information, a lot of these propaganda to happen. A lot of these comments are not about the photo. They are low-key fascists, as we went through putting this up. And okay, they're not directly fascists, but a lot of the people here support fascist ideologies. A lot of the commenters here are either low-key fascists, and the comments are just misinformation. This is funny. This is comedy. A little bit. But a lot of the comments are of the misleading nature. And idealizing violent protesters. Not violent. They're not really idolizing violent protesters, but they're idolizing committing crimes, because this photo was taken when idolizing crime. Crime. Because this photo was taken when a crime was being. This person is being arrested for a crime, and these people are idolizing this girl. So they're idolizing the crime. They're idolizing the protests that are rather extreme, or in this case, that just simply said, "Hey, please don't protest." Or if you do, well, they didn't say this part. Or if they do it peacefully. She didn't do it peacefully. She drew attention to herself, and she got arrested. Because in the first place, you aren't supposed to be protesting. So it's just, it's a rabbit hole. If you thought the lemon pound cake, if this Reddit, if this freaking Redditor, where is he? If this freaking Redditor thought the Afro Man pound cake was a rabbit hole, look at this damn post. Look, I'm going off here. I said my part. This is Sarge here. Well, Sarge of Darge here, signing off. Make sure to vibe on. This is just sad, man. This is just sad.